Basically, at the end part, you will see that, despite being aged, my mom still fought her illness fiercely. So after that 1 month and 25 days of fierce fighting in the ICU, the Lord actually took my mom home. But I think it is important to let you know her journey on this in these 55 days. My mom's case was a very complex one. It all started with food poisoning that causes the failure of her multiple organ that is affecting the heart, the lung, the kidney and the liver. And that was 27 August with a low BP of 60/49. That is already an indication that all these organs are failing. So throughout this 1 month and 25 days, life is like a roller coaster, basically for my mom and even for myself, Though she's sedated, but she has got to be subjected to all those medication, and it's the strongest antibiotic that you can ever find, just to fight this. But they fought it very well, because from day 26 August up until 17 October, it has been improving. The lung definitely, the heart, the liver is improving, except for the kidney. The kidney has never shown any signs of improvement. But the lung was like again and again, like 2 times attack because of too long in the ICU. The hospital acquired virus. So she has been in out ICU for like 4 times, 3 times, and incubated for 4 times. So that was her condition. And I want to thank God that throughout this journey, the Lord has been very gracious to her. She has been sedated, sleeping, maybe her conscious level, we are talking about 15 to 16 days, because 5 days at the normal ward, and the remaining 10 to 11 days in ICU with her tube in, But the funny part is that I wanted to share with you is, despite she's in the ICU, she can do all sorts of gestures that makes the nurse and the doctors very happy. First thing first is like each and every nurse and doctor, she was like you're doing such a fine job for me. Thank you, even though there's just tube in there. And at one point, she just pointed her finger to her head. Then I was like, pain here, I was like very concerned. Actually, she said, use your brain, Angeline. That's the message. My age, because she doesn't have the tube, but she still can speak, but weakly. My age, so I know that she is actually, she knows her condition. She knows her condition. She's already 76 at that point in time, and don't cry, because I keep crying. One thing very big about me, where my cousin Andrew actually warned me out front, don't cry in front of a patient. That will make them even more heavy-hearted. But I could not. I said, Mom, I cry because I saw so many tubes everywhere. So that's why I cry. I don't cry because your condition worsened. Your condition is improving. Indeed, it is improving. It's not easy to fight multiple organ failure. And God has been very gracious to her. God's hand is actually upon her, And all our prayers never go to waste. It is just that my mom, at day 17 of October, that day itself, it all started to go back to square one. That is where I had to make a very, very difficult decision. Even at the 11th hour, I am still fighting with the doctor, because the decision is like, we should pull her tube out and let her go. I told her, this is such a difficult decision that you put into my hands and I can never do it. How can I send someone with a conscious and alert mind? Her body might be weak, but she has got a very strong mind. How can I do that? I said, doctor, you're putting something very difficult into my hands. At 11 hours, I'm still contacting the helps that I have to make sure that I didn't make a wrong decision. But guess what? This is what I want to share with you, and it's so meaningful for me. 19 October, after 8 o'clock, because I was given until 8:30, me, Amanda, we just like to keep praying and singing, The little hours that we have, this is what we will do. So what happened is that after I have gone back 8:30, my mom speak for herself. And that actually gives me peace. It's not that she physically is opening her mouth, but her organs at the bowel and below turn all around, go back to square one, day one. It just gone worse. And 19 night, 7 plus, before I left, the doctor told me that if you make that decision of pulling out her tube, she will have about 4 or 5 hours with you all. But 20th morning, when I reached the hospital at 9:30 in the morning, the doctor said that, I'm sorry to tell you, you don't have 4 or 5 hours, you only have 1 hour plus. So 11 o'clock, we managed to, because we have already made the arrangement on the 19th, thinking that we have that 4 or 5 hours, but everything changed, and on the 20th, 11 onwards, we sang throughout. You know, I speak into my mom ears, Jesus loves you, this I know, because the Bible tells me so. And I told her that you're going home, and we managed to reach home with all the oxygen tank, the portable ventilator and whatever not, with 3 paramedics and also a doctor on standby, all to my place on the 20th. And I actually had one wish. In fact, I even told the doctor, can you please help me to fulfill this one wish I have for my mom? I wanted my mom to see sunlight, God's creation, so precious. We always like aircon, but actually, I like sunlight. I said, can you please let my mom see sunlight? No, nobody can do that. But on that 20th, these 3 paramedics, they were like pushing my mom straight to the ambulance. And then I said, can you not push her straight to the ambulance? Can we take that detour round that hospital? There's a garden out there. Can you please let her go through the garden for sunlight? Despite we were rushing for hours, because the timing, because we have 2 factors. We have the ventilator, if we were to pull it out, it's going to be 1 hour plus. But on top of that, if her BP medication were to run out, she will also go, because she's being supported. Her BP has always been her problem, very extremely low. So the paramedic said, okay, but very short time, I said, can. We try our best. So they just oblige and let her see sunlight. So when we push my mom to that sunlight, her facial expression, like, why suddenly like different environment, like very hot or something like that. I cannot speak on her behalf, but I can see that difference. So it also fulfilled my heart desire, for her to see sunlight. And by the time we reached home, as I was holding her hand and stroking her, throughout, it was very, very meaningful to know that she even passed on without us knowing. So I am very peaceful, and I know for sure that my mom is also very peaceful. Because before that, I've asked the 3 paramedics, I say, have you seen how people's last breath is like, especially for pulling out? And they say, yeah, majority of them like go, I am familiar with that because that's how my sister passed on. That one last breath and then they go. You see. But for my mom, nothing. I'm still holding her hand and still stroking her. Then the doctor tell me, no more pulse. I said, what do you mean no more pulse? I am here. We were all waiting for that last breath. But she just passed on, just like that. Very quietly and peacefully. So I want to thank her. I want to thank her. So I want to be accountable for her condition for that 55 days in the ICU. I think the Lord has been very, very kind to us. That's for sure. Tiredness is definitely for sure, but the Lord has been very kind to my mom and also to me. So, thank you so much.